Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you—
Al Haytham, do not think you can escape my judgment.
Judgment? So that's—
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist.
Seemed to me more like your own—
Who is that?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sayno, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable—
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to—
Has Al Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escaped—
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sayno. But I must admit, I'm very curious. And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all— As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to jump—
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What should we do?
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna—
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues, but how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect— Hey, did either of you hear a word?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strange.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is—
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academic—
All right, stop yelling.
Well, this is pretty— Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm— Please, let me introduce myself.
Our savior is— Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for help. Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feeling— If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right.
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you.
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been... Rather, I've
Huh?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence, I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the... Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the Sage.
So they really are up to...
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the Sage. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me...
Cyno seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sage. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Cyno, if that's your story, then why did you see Al Haytham as a
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between Al Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you... Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicion.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Al Haytham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing op-
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that, from my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while in...
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the... You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. After all...
You should be well aware, Scribe Al Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger. Answer me this. Did the sage...
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Junior's, I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty but then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely.
that's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home.
Creatures? In the sandstorm?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions.
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. She'll...
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chat.